that if you give your all, you will never have any regrets. And the feeling of regrets is the worst in sports, that you could do more. But we live this life once and we need to enjoy it. If we don't enjoy it, what are we doing? You know, we do what we love and it's a great thing, but there are other things outside of sport. And once you realize that, I think you feel more free. Yes, I am a tennis player, but my results do not define me. And it happened to me a lot of times where I felt like when I win, no, I'm a great person, but when I lose, I'm a shitty person.
Hi, I am Caroline Garcia.
And I am Borja Duran.
Welcome to Tennis Insider Club. This is a podcast where the top tennis players open up like never before.
From Grand Slam champions to rising stars, they tell their stories in their own words. Subscribe now on your favorite platform and don't miss an episode. Let's get started.
Olga, thank you so much for being with us today. First question, how did you start with tennis?
Thank you for having me. As I told you before, a great honor for me to be with you guys. I started playing tennis when I was 5, so I was very young. I was at the moment only child and I had a lot of energy in me. And my parents were like, okay, I tried ballet, I tried horse riding, I tried many sports, but I didn't feel that it was me. But my parents were like, okay, you need to go to take out the energy so you can actually sleep at night. And I tried tennis, very random, and it was like, okay, this is me. And from then on, I don't remember a point where I wanted any other sport to try. I think in that moment it was like, okay, that's it. Olga, tennis, racket, and
you liked the competition?
I think so, and that it's individual.
Okay.
I am very, well, I was 5 years old, so it was always only me somewhere. But I always liked that type of pressure. It's only you. I can do a mistake, but it's me. But I can also do a good thing, and it's also only me. I think that was that's the biggest thing that I like. And also points, all the time something happening, you need to think about it in your mind, and you do it yourself. So
yeah, sometimes
like art.
Yeah, maybe sometimes point and everything give you more purpose than just horse riding.
No, that's for sure.
Ballet.
That's for sure, 100%. Like it was. I have a brother and sister, and we always fight for something. It's always competition. I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna eat first. I'm gonna get there first. So it's always some competition. So I always needed to that challenge.
In tennis, just like in life, health is everything. That's why at Tennis Insider Club, we are proud to partner with Hologic, a global leader in women's health. Hologic's mission is simple: to help women everywhere live healthier, longer lives through early detection and innovation. Because when women are strong, the world gets stronger. Learn more at hologic.com.
And how was that transition start to work on becoming a pro?
I always felt like it was like a pro thing. I never actually felt that it was only for fun. I mean, I had fun on court and I have fun on court, but the thing is that my father was a ex-basketball player, professional, and he was in NBA and the best player in Europe at his time. And I was always exposed to media since I was very young. So, like, I don't know, I win under 8 and it was in the news. So I felt like it was always like my thing to do, to play. I don't know, when I was 10 years old, I went to States, I won a little more. It was as well in the media, great stuff. But, as a 10-year-old girl, to be in the media that much, going to school and everything, I always felt like, okay, that's my job. And hearing that, you're super talented, you're so talented, this sport is for you. Not that my parents, they never pushed me, and I never felt their, like, I don't know, I always had support from them, but from the outside, I felt so much pressure of, okay, I have to do this. I mean, there's nothing else. It's like someone Olga will do tennis. So from very young age, I always felt like, okay, this is what I have to do.
Yeah, and maybe the media were comparing you to your father, and being at the top of the sport, you had to be at the top of your sport.
Exactly. No, right away. And I mean, as I said, I was 10 years old, 12, 14. Even for sure we will speak about Moscow, but all the time it was, I am his daughter. There's no point. But the daughter of Sasha, this one said super talented, this one said this one said that. And it is a great thing, but it also comes with a lot of negative things. That when you're young, you don't see that as, this is a bad thing. It's like, look, I'm in the media or something like that, but it's not a good thing. So I always felt like they didn't compare me to him, but they were like, because you have him, you will succeed.
Yeah, they had expectations of you being
Exactly.
the next
Yes.
big thing.
Yeah, which is definitely not the same. I mean.
Yeah, maybe at the beginning it's nice, but then as you start to not meet their expectations, they can start to pitch off on you.
It was from very, as I said, from very young age, I was always in a spotlight and wanted it or not.
Yeah.
I could not choose, and thank God. I mean, I was there because my father was an athlete, not maybe something else. So it was a great thing that I'm there. But and they tried to put me away from media as long as they could, but it's impossible. And tennis is, everyone follows tennis. So it was not very easy to play tennis, but for you, and do these things for just you. No one else knows what you're doing. If you lose, okay, you just lost. From young age, I had this, she lost. Oh my God, Olga lost. I'm like, we were playing hide and seek before the match. I was not doing the elastic thing. We were playing hide and seek when we were young. When you're junior, you want to have fun there. Yes. But I think in tennis, in general, everything starts when you're very young. When we are too young.
Yes, like there is always every country a couple of players who are very good, and they are saying like, this one is the next Rafa Nadal, Federer, next French champion or whatever. Yes. And at the end, it's a boy or a girl of 12 years old. At this age, sometimes there is some who are like way taller than the other one.
Exactly.
Way more mature.
Yes.
It's like impossible to compare. It's like two different sports, and the one in junior are the pros.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I come from a very passionate country for sports, which is a very good thing. We have this mentality, but Novak is Novak, and you cannot compare anyone to him. You cannot compare people to Anna and Jelena. You cannot you have your own path. So, and then my Moscow happened, which I was still 17.
Yes.
I see my brother and sister, they're 19 and 17. I mean, my brother says he's a baby for me still. And then I think about, oh my God, I was 17 when all these things happened to me. And if you don't have a great team around you and you do some things in yourself only, it's a very tough thing to do.
For you to have that trophy in Moscow at 17 was maybe more a negative thing than positive?
I know I was not ready for that. I had no idea where I put myself into, in a way, I think I won 160K before that Moscow. I was not supposed to go there. I lost in qualis, the second round of qualis. I was going for summer vacation after that. I went with my mom. I bought some bikinis. I'm like, okay, I'm going, Match by match, I had no idea what that trophy will bring to me. Yeah. It brought me great success and great feelings. But I remember one thing my father told me. I just won, and 2 days after, I had our, Ministry of Sports something. He called me to say congratulations, and it was absolutely everywhere. I remember I was in an airplane coming back, and the guy opened the newspaper, and my face. It was so funny because he's like, "It's you," and I'm like, yes, but I had no idea, And we were in the car, and my father told me, enjoy these moments, because they will pass. These feelings will pass. And I was like, what is he talking about? They passed in 5 days. I felt even worse. And that type of pressure that I had in that moment was honestly something that I wish for no one.
Yeah.
Because I was still 17. I just got myself I actually went into top 100. I was, I think, 95, and I had no idea what that means because I really didn't care. But people were all around me, and my parents, they really tried to protect me from these things, but it was, impossible. And I closed, I was really like, no, everyone wish me the best, everything is great. But I think that's the moment when I realized it's not like that. And there is a lot of, I don't know how you call that animal, hyenas, out there, and I also put on myself a lot of pressure. And I really needed a lot of time to take, I won Moscow, and for a year I was only thinking about those points. For a year.
That you had to defend Moscow?
And it was only in my mind, now I have to win every tournament. I have to win everything. Every time I lost, disaster. So it was one of the best moments in my life, but also kind of a curse that I put at that moment on me.
Yeah. I know what it means, curse.
You know what? Yeah. It's...
We had Pegu, but it took her a while for her not to like enter top 100, then top 50, then top 10. And she was seeing it as a blessing, because it's like, I know how hard it is. So now, I have the tools to manage the expectations, the pressure. If I would have had that success at 19, maybe like it's too much and I crash. And Bouchard was saying this.
Yes.
With all the expectations so young, it was really, really tough for her.
Yeah, because it's important year for you to build your personality as a person and not only as a tennis player.
And have realistic expectations as well, because you can be very talented and you won Moscow, but that doesn't mean you're going to go to Paris or whatever and you're like a favorite player, But if everyone is telling you that, in your case, you had your parents who were like still like trying to protect you. But in some cases, even the family is the one putting fire in the situation. It's like, hey, calm down. Like, there's very good people out there. It's going to take time to keep going.
No, I had no idea. I remember in Moscow, I was doing my warm-ups, but comparing to now, how many things I do prior to the practice, I was, running like this. Okay, let's go, And I'm 90, and now I know what it means to be in top 100. But then I was like, this is not that bad. It doesn't come in that way. And as I said, for sure, once you are doing good results, a lot of people come.
Yeah.
They just come, everyone knows the best.
Yes.
Yeah. And parents, from the best interest, they do mistakes because a lot of people come to them, no, she should do this, she should do that, go here, go there. And it's just, let it be, let her be, let her rest, let her go on vacations, let her go on birthdays, let her enjoy. And as I said, I have parents that my mom was actually pushing me. I remember it was my sister's 18th birthday last year, and it was a little bit on time of one tournament. And I missed all of their birthdays. I missed all of when they ended school, and I said, listen, I really want to be on this day with my family.
Yeah.
And maybe some parents would say, no, but you have this tournament. And I had their full support, and I felt not guilty.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you feel I think in tennis, there is a lot of guilt. You feel very guilty for a lot of things that I would do this, but I know if I don't do it, these people will say, you should have done this. You should have done that. Because of this, you're not going to win. Because of this. And then I feel like in the past, I did a lot of things I didn't want to do.
To please the other ones.
To please the other people that are not in my life anymore. So I think that's also...
Because also as it's an individual sport, sometimes you have to be a bit egocentric and you have to take decision for yourself. And obviously you need the help of the other ones, but sometimes you're like, well, there is a tournament, maybe I'm like chasing a bit of point, I should go, and then and then you miss one, and then you miss 2, 3, and for some reason like you get a bit in that routine. And at a certain age, it doesn't affect you to miss those moments. But then time passed, and then you realize, well, maybe if I just like skip that tournament and I go spend time with my family and just like be surrounded with love and with like normal thing, maybe it will bring me something that will help me for my next 2 months of tournaments.
Yes, for sure. I feel, as you said, you need to be a bit egocentric, because at the end you're gonna lose more if you don't do it with your feelings and if you don't follow. I feel like whenever I went, not tournaments, just some things where I felt like, okay, now I am sacrificing my happiness because of something, I always lost. I mean, first round, 100%. My mom sometimes she tells me, oh, I knew. Because she's like, I saw you going on tournament, not being there, not being happy, not being fulfilled. Like I went for others. You know what I mean? Like, you go to go. And I was there, I was like,
I have to go. So.
It's like,
how are you even surprised that you lost? You don't want to be there, so it's like,
and I'm
if you don't want to be there, it's impossible to fight like crazy for it.
Exactly, because you are doing something against yourself. And I feel like the best success I had when I was relaxed before the tournament. I didn't even think. I didn't go with any expectations. Like, I don't know. No, now I have to. Whenever I had to, I didn't do it. Whenever it was like something you must do, I never did it. I feel I was always, you have some players that they love to play a lot of tournaments. They love it, and it works for their confidence, and everyone is different. In my story, I always needed the balance between life at home and tournaments. Yeah. Because I love being at home. I love spending time with my family. I love these normal things. Sometimes I speak with my friends and they're like, but you travel the world. It is true. I travel the world, but I travel to hotels.
Yeah, and the first time it's nice, no? But after 5 times in Melbourne, it's like, check,
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like tourist activity. It's like hotel to club, club to hotel, waiting to see at what time you play the next day. So you have to wait all day long.
Yes.
Everyone's different, no? And for some people, maybe it's the dream, and for some others, it's not, no?
Yeah.
I think like in tennis, no? Like
people love to be alone.
Yeah.
And I love sometimes to have my time for myself, but I love to spend time with people that I care about.
Yeah, especially with your coach or whatever.
Exactly. You are all year with your coach, and I don't have, I mean, I love to have a good team, and good team is such an important thing, when you have a good thing, and when you go for dinner after a long day, and when you can talk with them, it's nice, but they're not your family, and they are not the people you care the most. I have a great relationship with my coach, but at the end of the day, we need to know who is where for what. So, as I said, like, I do travel the world, but the nicest place is home. I always say that. And sometimes people are like, yeah, but once you are in this life, you understand it, I think. A lot of players, what I say now, will understand that home is home. Wherever it is.
Yes, I think it's your safe place. It's like where you can really be you, and because every player is different, and there is actually quite a lot of players who, when they're on tour, put a mask and they become kind of someone else, and they become like more like close, more like rough or things like that, and more arrogant most of the time also.
Yes.
And when you see them, like either when they are not a player anymore, or like completely different surroundings, like, wait, who is that person in front of me?
Yes, definitely. We are not allowed to be vulnerable, I think, on courts. You need to be tough. You need to be this. You need to be that. You need to be always in focus. And especially, I feel like as a woman, you want to be vulnerable as well. And I feel at home, you are vulnerable. You can say whatever you want. No one will judge.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I always like this balance, let's say.
And you learn that with time and with bad experiences, I guess?
Definitely, for sure. I mean, I was chasing as well. We are all chasing the points.
Yeah.
And we are all, tennis is like that, and it's normal. And it's always a challenge. I take it as a challenge, This year's Paris, I took it as a challenge. It was my first time, after Moscow and these things, that I'm defending a lot of points on a very big tournament. I came there. Last year was a surprise. I played through qualis. This year I went from main draw, almost seeded, different pressure.
Yeah.
And it is a challenge at the end of the day that you're chasing to defend some points, you're chasing to get some new points. And if you take it from that point of view, I think it's healthy. But before, until I learned, it was not that healthy. I think I was suffering a lot, I think, mentally. Even though I never wanted to bother other people, which sounds to me crazy, but I never wanted to put pressure on other people speaking about this and saying, I'm not good, because I feel like it would be that I'm not grateful for the life I have. And I do have a great life, but I cannot go against myself. I cannot go against, I don't feel well. I'm not mentally well. I'm not in the place where I go on court and I say, okay, I'm going to fight every point. I was fighting with me, with my body, with my coach, with everyone, because I was not there. And then, I don't know what year was that, 2021 or yes, when I got very sick after I retired to Osaka in US Open. I got very sick and I was for 9 months out. And I think in that period of time, I learned a lot about myself, about the approach to some pressures, that's, I was actually very grateful that I can play again, because we didn't know for a long time what was wrong with me. Then we found out. I went to a lot of doctors. And once you get through that, I feel like that's when I said, okay, it's just another match. Of course, I want to win. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give my all, but it's not the end of the world. The globe is going to still turn and sun is going to come again and the night is going to come and you're going to sleep and everyone's going to be fine. So I feel like there are some moments in the career where you kind of feel yourself more.
Yeah, it's like sometimes it's hard to when you feel bad on courts, and it's different for everyone. But at some point in my career, I was like I don't want to play tennis. I don't, even if it's the biggest tournament of the year, it's I don't want to go, I can stay home, it's fine.
Yes.
And it's hard to sometimes share it or find the people you feel you can open to, because everyone tells you should be grateful for it. And it's oh, it's the best job, you're just playing tennis. I'm I know, but for now, if you tell me I can go sit somewhere else and do something else,
yes,
I will take it.
Yes.
Because for some reason, for me, this is not LC place. Yes. But it's hard to find the people to open.
Yes, for sure. I think I never spoke about it openly, because first, as I told you before we started filming, sometimes I feel some questions are tricky and they don't come from a good place. And when you speak with someone that it doesn't come from a good place, you just,
protect yourself.
You close.
Yeah.
But when you feel it's a nice place to share, and if you feel oh, if I say this, it's going to help someone. When you first time openly talked about it, and when you even a couple of months ago posted some, we feel it. We all go through that. And when you see someone saying it out loud, I feel like you need a lot of courage to say it. But you are in peace with yourself. Yeah. And once you go out there, it also gives other people a little push, it's normal what you feel, because you feel like you're the only one who feels that. And I think everyone feels at some point like that, at least.
Yes.
But you are alone and you're no, but I'm not going to say it because they're going to judge, or they're going to say, no, she's like this, she has everything and she's not happy. when you say it out loud, I feel like, oh my God, how stupid this sounds. But in yourself.
Yeah, it's like sometimes on the moment you may feel weak. I mean, me, that's how I felt. I felt like weak, and I couldn't understand like why at that moment in my career I couldn't deal with it when I did deal with it pretty okay in the past. And you always have the feeling, oh, that was my feeling. It was like, why am I the only one not be able to deal with it?
Yes.
It's like, why everyone can manage it, but I cannot.
Yes,
Like,
yes. Yeah. And you feel, that's when you feel really vulnerable. And when you go home, if you feel like that and you say, and you're not feeling judged, it's like a 100 kilos come out from you. That's how I felt at times. And I think it's also having a psychologist and someone to talk to is also so important.
Yeah.
Because you go out there, you say things. I feel like also once we say things out loud, they have less power over us.
Yeah.
That's how I always felt. But to say them out loud, it's not easy.
Most of the time I started writing it, and writing it already, like most of the time, like left weight out. And after, when I was able to like talk about it and share it, it was even better. But sometimes it's so hard because most of the time at the beginning you don't even know what is happening.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Like, it's very confusing moment.
Yes.
Because you really feel like, yes, I want to play, I want to train and everything, and then you're there, you're like, I don't want to be there anymore.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I really thought I wanted to be, but I don't.
Yes. Outside of the court. No, now I go. I pack my bag. You go
10 minutes
there.
after, it's like,
I take it out. I come back to home.
Yeah. And your family and your parents were really supportive of your career and when you're in tough moments?
Yes, I had luck because my father wasn't a professional athlete and he went through a lot of things. But the best thing he did is that he never first said anything to me. He told me, once you want to talk, once you're ready for whatever it is, literally whatever it is, you come to me and we speak. But I never felt from him any type of pressure, even, I don't know. I remember I had one match and I was just really tight, but really tight. And I talked with my mom, and my mom, she's a mom, and she sometimes, now she's not traveling with me, but before she was always traveling with me. And I think I had a lot of luck having my mom through my junior days and through my first so many things, having her there. But with my father, I don't know, I just felt at peace talking to him once I had the need. Normally I was talking more with my mom, but like from tennis point of view and he was really a tough guy on court. And he was, whenever I talk about him with other like people, and especially from basketball, they were like the best mentality we ever saw. And I also felt like, okay, because he was like that, I need to be like that. No,
it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, I said, I would love to be, ice cold and just doing the best in tough moments. But he taught me a lot about, his biggest advice was always, and he always came back to that, is that if you give your all, you will never have any regrets. And the feeling of regrets is the worst in sports, that you could do more. If today your best was 20% of your capacity, 20%, but give that 20%. And for me, it's always like, even when I feel very bad on court, I'm like, okay, but I really am gonna give my best, and I'm gonna go out there and I say, okay, I played bad, but I really tried everything. So, and that also takes out the pressure from yourself, because with you really know what was your best in the moment.
Yeah.
And my mom was maybe sometimes more protective than she should be of me. But it's, as I said, it's a mom. And she is my biggest support, I would say, from the young age. She went through a lot of bad things with me on court, off court, injuries, health issues. You know, you see your kid suffering on court. You don't feel very well looking at it, for sure. That's for sure. So as I said, I had a lot of luck with my parents being, you know, staying normal in this not very normal society that we are sometimes in.
Yeah, staying your parents, no? Because in tennis, there's a pattern that when the kid has a bit of success, like they go from parents to coaches, agents,
to everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in a way, it feels not like success and fame. It's kind of addictive.
Yes.
No, so like everyone is pushing you to more and more and more.
Yes.
Instead of asking you, hey, you're very good, but what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to be number 1 or you want to be like number 30 and like handle a bit of pressure? And that's fine.
Everyone has different goals.
Yeah. It was Sloane. We had Sloane Stevens, and she said, "I don't want to be number 1 in the world. You know, like good for Iga, but I don't want that job."
Exactly. Which is
but I think that
really.
It's kind of rare, I think, to find athletes, especially in the younger stages, that they know what they want, right? Because everyone is telling you more. Yeah. You want this, you can win this, no?
Yes.
And it's like, but maybe it's not what I want, and that's fine.
Yes.
And I think when you start playing because for your own reasons, that's where you find that peace, no? And of course, sometimes it will be tough, but you can sustain it in the long term. Yeah.
Yes, because like at the beginning, when you start to play a bit good in junior and everything, you more have like dreams. Oh, I dream to win Roland Garros.
Because other people say it, so you hear it, you're like, yes, me too.
But it's like more a dream at the beginning.
Yes,
like you don't even know what.
Yeah, but if you have your environment putting fire on that dream.
Yes. Yeah. Putting words in your own, you know, someone else told me, you should be this. Yes, I want to be number 1. Yeah. Do I really? Or is it just someone else saying that?
Yeah. And even if you want it, that's not what you can control. What you can control is what your dad said, no? Which is every day to give your best. And then we will see where that brings you. Because I think it's very dangerous to obsess on a tournament or a ranking because you're not alone in this world. Like
exactly.
What you can do is work very hard, man. Like obsessing about something out of your control, I think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you mentioned and you spoke about like having a good team around. In your past, did you have some bad experiences?
I was never in a lot of luck with coaches, let's say. Big part of my career, especially in that moment with Moscow, was I was with Alex Corretja. I lived in Barcelona and I worked with him more, but he couldn't travel and I needed someone to travel. So and then COVID started and all these things, but he was one of the first coaches that really taught me about life on court and off court. And it was the first time I actually opened up and really talked about my struggles, and having him there really, really, really helped me, because great that you have like supportive parents and all these things, but no one understands when you go on tennis court, if it's not the next top player. They're great coaches, and I'm not saying that someone that was a top player is going to be a top coach. No, that does not mean that. That's for sure. But on a mental point of view, I think with some things you have to share with them.
Yeah, you can relate.
Exactly,
you can relate. What it means. Yes, after sometimes there's like special people that will understand, but it's true, like if you stay in the tennis environment, someone who already did it will be able to relate. Like,
exactly. Having more opportunities, I think, also helps you when you're growing. Now I'm a person, so I know what I want and what I don't want, and I went through some things, and now it's more clear. But when you're young, you have no idea what you're doing. From the moment you don't know when to warm up, that your coach should tell you when to warm up when you're young. Should I go 10 or 10:30? Or maybe today it would be better if we would practice once. Small things that actually mean a lot to very big things about speaking before the match, that you're tight, that you're not feeling well, that you are afraid, these things you need to have a good coach to open up to. I didn't have very good experiences. Of course, I had good coaches. It's very individual to speak about good coach or not good coach. Yeah. For me, the most important thing in a coach is to be a good person. everyone is individuals. For you, maybe the best coach is this guy, but for me, I couldn't speak with him. I couldn't work with him on court for 2 minutes. It was completely different. But if it's a good person, we spend the most of our time in a year, we spend with a coach. It needs to be someone that you can sit and talk to.
And who cares about you as a human.
Exactly.
That is not pushing you only like into results, but it's taking care of the human and the long term, right?
Yes.
And sometimes maybe you have to like slow down to be better in 2 years.
Yeah. And that's once someone steps up for you and protects you, you also feel more safe.
Yes, of course.
So it's very, very important, as we spoke, who you surround yourself with. Because sometimes some people can do more harm to you and, break you into pieces that they don't even know and they don't care because you're just another player. One coach told me a very good thing. One coach has 100 careers, but a player has one career. So you should. That's
a good one. I never heard that one before.
And it's true.
Because,
so true. Some coaches, you finish with them, tomorrow you see him with another player. Hello. And I'm like, hello. Very good. You didn't need a lot of time, But you have
They can be 40 years doing the job.
Exactly.
Do a mistake, you can pay it very hard.
Exactly. So it's very important.
Especially at that age, it's like age where you're also not fragile, but you're not sure of your personality. You're not sure, like, you have your goals, but sometimes you don't really know if they are yours or not. And it's like sometimes you can put more attention on someone common that you should, and it can do a lot of damage.
They don't even know they said some things and it's stuck with you. So much more that they even can think.
The thing is that sometimes I think with sports you forget how young the person is and how like the baby brain, like there is like because you can do some things that are so like special and spectacular that you forget that deep inside it's a very like immature human being.
Exactly.
And that you have to help them to grow, develop and know themselves, because at the end it's in tennis and like the human, the personality is still not like fully developed.
Sure. So not at all.
Yeah, which is
not at all.
Me. I think like my kid is not going to tennis. This scares me. I was like, how can you put like so many hours on this and not on the human side?
Yes.
Sometimes university is good for this.
Great.
I think it's a
because
good change.
We are so alone, and I feel like in university you are a team. When you go for Fed Cup or when you go for United Cup or whatever, then you are a team. We are like kids. Let's do this together, let's do that together, because we are so alone that you forget to hang out with people.
You do other things, yes, exactly. You hang out,
I need to do this, now I need to do physio, now at 7 p.m. physio. No, now we're going to have fun, and it's so nice. And sometimes some parents come to me and, my kid is in tennis, and I'm like, in a joking way, but not so joking. Take out the racket, give a ball or something.
Sometimes it's the parents who are like, you're going to be a pro.
So I'm like,
it makes me sick, this.
Yes. We had a couple of good coaches.
And the advice is the opposite.
And the advice is like, when the kid is young, even if he's good in tennis, that he do other sports.
Yes.
That he do other sports, that most of the time he stays to school. That he doesn't do homeschooling from too young.
Yeah.
But that he's still doing other sport. Like if you do only tennis from like very young,
it's too much pressure on the kid.
Yeah.
But even Darren, I remember he was saying like you have to find ways to enjoy your life even when you're a tennis player.
Yeah.
Otherwise it will not be sustainable.
Yes.
It's gonna be like a train who's gonna crash at some point.
True.
But then you have all these like less professional coaches now, and I think Anna Ivanovic was sharing it about her, like some former coaches now that you cannot go out of your room, like you're gonna waste energy if you go for a walk, like you cannot have an ice cream, don't go to the beach.
And that sounds like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, don't go for ice cream. And it's
well. First time I started traveling to see her, I remember she was like, no, I cannot go for a little walk, 1 kilometer.
I remember I watched.
I'm gonna lose.
And I was like, oh my God, we are all the same. We are all going through the same.
Yes. And I'm like, Caro, I'm not a pro athlete, but I do marathons and stuff.
I really think you can walk.
Probably you should, if you put too much pressure on yourself, doesn't matter what you're doing.
Cannot,
it's impossible to work when you're like putting the world in your shoulders. Like nobody functions like that.
No, and I watched the episode with Darren, and he said so many good things.
Yeah.
The one you said, like you need to find the ways to enjoy life because, okay, when I went through sometimes that putting like this, not going out. If I play, oh my God, I need to. No, it's even worse.
It's like the time is not passing, Sometimes
I
in
never
slam,
could
me
fall
when
asleep.
I was doing not much outside of practicing on that day between two matches. It was like, when is my next match?
Yes,
at 3 a.m. you're reading, it's like, you see, you should have gone for that walk and be tired now.
No, but it's like, the day was not coming. It was like,
but even Iga was sharing on the episode that now she's trying to, like, before the final of Rome last year, she went out with friends for dinner, like, life cannot be only about this.
And I mean, you should.
Iga, who looks like one of the most like serious.
And
she's trying to she's understanding that, there's good balance. There's bad balance, which is not balance, but the good balance, it's helping you.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Because me, personally, it happened to me a million times when I was like, no, I need to rest because I play first match.
I need to go to bed early.
First match. 4 a.m. I cannot fall asleep because I'm in the bed since 7 p.m. and the room is just getting smaller. Every time I turn, the walls are here and here and here. And I realize, okay, even when I play first match, which I should be, in bed early, I need to go out. Like, no eating in the room service, this, that. I need to go out because I couldn't fall asleep. I put so much pressure on me. I should sleep. No chance. Yeah. And I just text, I don't know, my mom or now my boyfriend, like, I'm not sleeping. Are you awake? And of course they're not. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do now?
You arrived to the match exhausted already.
Yes, but from adrenaline, I don't know, I think... in Moscow, before the final, did not sleep at all. Sometimes I couldn't sleep. And then the adrenaline hits you, you play good. And after that, it's like just someone switched me off. I'm like zombie, Yes. But it's just this adrenaline. It's crazy,
Yeah.
But you cannot live a full season on adrenaline.
No, you're gonna burn out.
And there's like good excitement, no? And the adrenaline of pressure of like not living up to expectations. It's two different things.
So many things.
Sometimes it's I cannot sleep because I'm so hyped about something.
Yes.
And the other one is because I'm scared of losing or not winning. And
I think it's more this second, to be honest.
Yeah.
When we are hyped, whenever I was like very excited for the match, I feel like now when I broke this top 100 block that I had for a long time, that, I mean, it was so crazy for me because I was 105, 108, 110, 103. I come to Australia, I'm first out. 3 times it happened to me that I was first out. And for me, it was like, I'm never going to break into top 100. Never. If I play one more qualies, I'm going to go crazy.
Qualies of slam.
Qualies of slam, people don't understand how tough it is. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. And I remember, like, when I broke last year, like, let's say, more than 95, 8 something, I won the 100K in Barcelona, and then I went to China, and I won China, the 250, because it was like, I have no pressure. I'm in main draw of Australia. That was my goal. That's it. And now, once I'm in top 100, I enjoy the matches. I have this healthy hype for the match. It's a tiny line between a healthy pressure and the pressure that is blocking you. And once I went into top 100, and now this ranking that I have and these tournaments that I play, it's finally I enjoy. Like, okay, this is a present for myself. Like, from all the hard work I did, and I know how much I was suffering. And also hearing it from outside, but you're so talented. Yeah. What's the thing you're missing? When I hear that question, I go crazy. Nothing. I'm healthy. Thank God. I have 2 legs, 2 arms. I'm good. I'm fine. Like, I'm playing. And once I went through that, through that line, now I feel like the hype is more healthy. You think also now you know why you play for yourself, or at least why you're playing? Yes. Yeah. I think that's a big thing. Why why you're doing it. No? Yes. And then it becomes easier. I play for me. I play on Rod Laver. I play for me because I made myself to stand here, and I did it. No one else. Before I felt sometimes like I'm doing things for someone else. I don't know who, but for people. And now, whenever I step on court, this is for me. Yeah. did really hard and I worked and I sacrificed a lot to be here. Enjoy it. Embrace the moment. Even now in Paris, when I don't know how it was for you, but the first time you play number one, you know, the feeling is different. Even though I love big stages and I love it was my first time on Châtier and everything was, I remember I was warming up before the match and I look at the stadium and it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect. And it's so calm and you're like, oh my God, like in an hour and a half, I'll be on court and it's not gonna be this quiet. And I'm not gonna know on warm up when you put the hand and everything is going in and everything is great. But even I started terrible that match. It was like 5-0 in 17 minutes. And I was like, am I going to make it until 30 minutes, please? I don't want to be, bageled here. My boyfriend stayed to watch me. People are watching. I gave so many things, so many things go through your mind when you're playing that are so stupid. And then the people say, no, but that shouldn't go through your head.
Well, it's like it's coming.
The things that are going through our minds are, I said, if I could write every time something went, I mean, it would be like a
best-selling book.
Best-selling a comedy of all time. So even
most random things, it's just like,
why this? Why, I don't know. Did I, when I woke up, did I do because I eat the same, did I eat 2 pieces of this or 1? Maybe it's because of that or that.
You're like superstitious?
No, the funniest story ever, I mean, my mom, we always laugh in Moscow because my mom is also superstitious. So,
okay.
Not helping. She ate Tom Yum soup, the spicy soup.
The Thailand.
I don't know what is in it, but she ate every day the spicy soup. And I remember the last day, she's crying because it's so spicy every day. She's like, I have to eat this because I ate the new one. And I'm like, yes, you eat it. That's the thing. Same hair tie. Oh my God. But it's just, you're alone on court. Everything helps.
Yeah. It's like, and when you mentioned that sometimes on court you had like, you suffered a lot and it was like very unhealthy. Can you like walk through what you were feeling there at that moment, if you're able to describe?
I just wanted to disappear from court. I'm there and I feel so vulnerable. I felt like I'm naked completely. That's how I felt. And just this feeling in stomach, but not the nerves that make you more ready, that make you more ready for fight. This in stomach was like, I felt really small on court. I don't know how to say, like a tiny little vulnerable thing, a little girl, and with a racket and not knowing what she's doing and not enjoying and seeing, and you feel 10 times like more judged by other, even that it's not. That you feel like everyone is watching and everyone is saying bad things and you're listening to that, and it's just you feel really sorry for yourself afterwards once that passes. But in that moment, the best feeling was that I wanted to disappear from that court. Just wherever, just please take me out. Just let's finish this, like this bad things that I'm doing, because you don't play, you don't even know how you're playing. Maybe you're not even playing that bad, but I don't care. I don't care how I'm playing. It's my feeling that it's really not not a nice feeling. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how you went through in the beginning when you don't know what's happening with you. It's just like you feel trapped.
Yeah, like what you just say, like me, I felt the same. It's like sometimes you feel like you're powerless. You don't know how to play tennis anymore. Yeah. Most of the time, even if it was like the most important tournament or the tournaments like I wanted to play well, for some reason as soon as I step on court, it's like I just want to run out. It's like just like get me out of here.
Yes.
It's like I don't care, it's just like let it finish, And it's true, like you feel judged by everyone.
Yes.
It's like you can listen to everyone saying something you're bad or whatever, and it's true that you have the feeling you play the worst match ever, which is not always true.
Yes.
And it's like just like you feel like so little, and you just want to be like out of there.
Yeah. Just take me out.
And most of the time, I was not even able to like think properly. I was just like so rushed.
Yes.
Everything was so fast, so rushed.
Yeah.
And like I was, like we tell the team, tell you, take your time, breathe, and you're like, that's what I'm doing. But like 5 seconds later, you're on the baseline.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm taking my time. What are you saying?
Yes, yeah. You don't see the picture clearly.
No, it's like you cannot think. And then when the match is over, when you're finally a bit more calm, like you talk with a coach and they told you like what you should have done. And it's like, fuck, I didn't even see it.
Exactly.
It's like, and me, that feeling, it was like, after the match, you get like, well, you're kind of happy sometimes just to be out, even if you lost. And sad to say, but it was true.
Yeah.
And it's like, I felt bad sometimes because I was like, if only I was able to put like 2-3 balls more in the court, maybe it would have been enough.
Yeah.
But it's like, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, no, you don't see it clearly. And once you're out, you see these things and you say, oh, but that's the thing that you regret. But at the end of the day, you cannot regret when you were not there. You were not on court. You were just suffering, nothing else. I remember I was that year when I won Moscow and I was in India. I think it was the 125 and of course chasing something, whatever. I was crying. I think I was winning 4-1 and I started crying on court. I don't know if I really wanted to win. I don't think I wanted to win.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be over. And sometimes you know it in yourself, but you don't want to say it and to even. You are in a fight with yourself that it was not like that. It was just this. It was just that, and you think that it was just that day, bad day. But it is really much deeper. And as I said, you feel that you're not grateful for a lot of things, but you cannot go against yourself, and you shouldn't. And that's what I needed a lot of time to accept it. That okay, I am like that, and it's completely fine.
Yeah, everyone is different, and maybe that's your way for you to do your tennis career being healthy physically, but also mentally because at the end it's the most important.
Yes, for sure. Sometimes it happened to me that I practiced for 2, 3, 5 days. I went on tournament and I played so good, and sometimes it happened to me that for a month I was practicing so good, playing so many tournaments, but I didn't feel fresh and good, and I didn't do anything on court. I don't think in my case it doesn't. Of course, I need to practice to feel confident, to know that I did great work, but sometimes the rest is more important than the actual work, because that rest is going to give me more things that day of 2 hours of practice that I'm not there is going to give me.
Yeah, resting is part of working, taking care of the brain.
Yeah. And not feel guilty that you took a day off, an extra day off.
Well, the importance again of surrounding yourself with good people.
Exactly.
Because with 20 years old, sometimes it's hard to know what is good and what is bad.
Exactly.
And that's where you need good people to tell you, hey, don't skip the tournament, go back home, have a good time, recharge batteries, and like there's nothing wrong.
With Alex, I learned that. He was the first one that told me, no, today we don't practice again. So what? Really? No, today we go to the beach. Or today we're just going to go for coffee and you do whatever you want. And I was in shock,
I mean, sometimes when you see on that tough era, like I was seeing you go to practice, I'm like, it's useless, I try to not say much, but it's it's like putting more fire into the huge fire,
Yes,
it's like, maybe you need to take a 3 months break, and find your own. First of all, like calm down, and find out what's going on, and then why, or if you want to fix it. But I don't want to go play, and you go play. What do you think is going to happen? Magic, and it's like, oh, I love to play tennis.
And you guys are like when you're together, and it's. I mean, it's crazy because you also don't see yourself. I don't see sometimes myself, but you are next to her all the time, and you see her, and you know her, and then you're like, of course, from the respect of everything, you don't
Yes,
want
of
to say. And sometimes, like, some people around me, they didn't want to say out of the respect.
Yeah, you don't want to step on the like team dynamics.
Exactly.
Also. And I remember like she had her shoulder destroyed.
Yes.
And she was playing singles and doubles, you know. And I was like, well, I'm new in tennis, you know, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Maybe this is normal. I don't know.
But it's kind of dumb, you know. Like first, maybe you should not be playing, but if you have your shoulder, just do singles, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
people are, and sometimes people that are not even in tennis, like you, then you don't know, but some things are just logic.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's like, I think sometimes, like, as a player, sometimes you lie to yourself, you know. It's like
so many times.
And because of the routine and because maybe it worked in the past, you know, you want to keep doing it and you're like half like not sure of your feeling. And yeah, you don't realize it. And then sometimes you need someone from the outside to tell you, listen.
Yes.
We are hitting a wall.
I mean, if something is not working and you keep going, you know,
Well, sometimes it looks like it's a good idea.
No, but I feel...
But the thing is that's where the importance of a good team.
Yes.
You know,
exactly.
to tell you, hey,
you
know, like now you're like really like going on the wrong direction. So try something different. You know?
Sometimes like I have a thing that on my face you can see it right away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I'm not fine. I'm not fine. But I'm like, no, it's all good. It's all good. And they're like, you're not good.
I want to go to play.
Yeah, like...
Also, it's such a competitive sport that there's people who really want it. So, you know, if you don't fully want it, there's like 100 players that are going to like step over your shoulders.
Yeah,
if you're doing something easier, maybe, you know, like we can do 50%. But tennis, like people are willing to die for it.
Every week there's a new tournament. And I feel like now players are speaking more about this. Every week. I mean, that's crazy. And I also heard, I don't know who it was. I think it was Evans, maybe, that said, yeah, but you know, people are working for this and this. And it is true at some point. But also, I don't know, I take 2 weeks off. I mean, it's crazy to say that you're going to take 2 weeks off. And then you check and no, I want to relax. But how am I going to relax when I know that on Score, I go to WTA ATP app and I see 5 tournaments and everyone is playing and they're going to pass me. I'm going to do this. I need to play. And then you feel guilty not playing, but then I feel terrible on court. So it's like, which one I should choose, you know, from these two. And I feel like these things should also maybe change this calendar. Just put where there are no tournaments and just...
It's true for like the top 10, it's easier to have this balance, the schedule, and say, I'm not feeling good. I take 3 weeks off and I still be like number 4. But it's true.
No, but you have mandatory.
In some, true. Yeah, but sometimes you can skip some. No, but it's true in some rankings, like to take 2 weeks, it has an impact on your ranking.
So much.
Which you have to trust it will pay off, not to recharge batteries, but it's true. It's not helping your case to, you know, I'm going to like take 2 steps back and hopefully like, that's not easy.
With all this experience, how do you see the next couple of years in your career?
I never put myself like a big goal. I never like that. I always do short-term goals, but my main goal is to play until I'm like, when I feel good on court, I'm the best. And I want to play tennis until I'm going to say, I don't feel like go. I don't feel that there's a point and I don't see myself anymore on court. I want to be happy. There's a lot of life outside of court. I'm doing what I love and it's a privilege. But at the end of the day, I also want to be a mother one day. I want to have a family. So I see myself doing my best. I see myself staying healthy. And now this year that I'm playing and that I'm playing good tennis, I see that how it can be, but I also know how it was. So I would not like to come back to that position again, feeling not great on court. So as I said, the moment I see myself not being out there me, I think that's going to be... Of course, there are phases. I'm not saying, no, in 2 days I don't feel well. Ciao. But you know what I mean.
Like, when it's repetitive. It's tournament after tournament, like month after month. And even if you try something, like take a little weekend or something, you skip a tournament and you see it's like all the way there.
Yes.
I mean, one thing is enduring tough stuff, another one is being miserable. It's two different things, no?
Exactly. Being miserable, I think, once I feel that it's something that it's not, there's no point. And my father, he stopped when he was very young, and I asked him, like, how did you feel? Like that feeling, okay, I'm done. He said, because he was a hard worker and he was 6 hours in the gym and everything. And he said, the moment I felt like not going out there, that was my it.
How old he was?
Like he was 30.
Wow, nice.
So for like a basketball player young, being 30, it's very young.
It's very young.
He stopped very young. So, of course, he says, could I play more? I could.
Yeah.
But I think that you need to stay true to yourself. I always try to stay true to myself and to, I'm going to go into really deep things, but we live this life once and we need to enjoy it. If we don't enjoy it, what are we doing? We do what we love and it's a great thing, but there are other things outside of court. And once you realize that, I think you feel more free.
Yeah. Lighter, and it gives you way more perspective.
Yes, I am a tennis player, but my results do not define me.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened to me a lot of times where I felt like when I win, no, I'm a great person. But when I lose, I'm a shitty person, which is crazy. But that's what we go through this sport. And I feel like so many players go through that. And once you put aside, I am not a tennis player. I am Olga, a person that is playing tennis.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing in our careers.
It is important.
That's good advice for the young ones.
I mean, you need to go through a lot of bad things to get to there. And I will probably still go through a lot of bad things. But some experience that I had, this is like my mentality, let's say.
Nice.
Yes.
So you kind of answered the answer of which advice you will give to your younger self. So we're going to skip that one.
Yes, I think to enjoy more. I would say to enjoy, which is so tough because sometimes you feel like that junior tournament in, I don't know where, is the most important tournament in the world. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it's not. No one remembers. I mean...
Well, but nobody, even if you win a slam, let's be honest. Like sometimes I told her, like, for me, it's not going to change anything. But yeah, people will talk for 2, 3, 4 days. Maybe you win some followers on Instagram, some magazine cover. But in 3 months, like everyone is thinking about themselves, like nobody gives a... And I always tell her, like, what do you think about this person? Like, yeah, they won a slam 6 years ago. Nothing changes, unless you're Rafa, Djokovic or Federer.
But even for
them, like who's talking about Andy Murray now?
Yes.
Nobody. Who's talking about Rafa? Like, he's kind of forgotten.
Exactly.
Of course, not in a real way.
Yes, but if you're happy, you don't care. Yeah. If no one speaks about like these things, you should be. I think the end and the bottom line of all these, because this is I would say this is not a very healthy surrounding.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, how do you say that? It's like a survival mode. I don't know how to say, you know what I mean? It's you're a survivor and you go out there on court. But if you're surrounded with good people, you don't care if this guy doesn't care about it. If this guy says, oh no, but she was too this or she was too that. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you have good people around.
And you know why you're there.
Exactly.
I think like this is something that really like young kids need to work on, you know, like what do I want to do with my life, because it's as you said, it's your life. Yeah. And when you are like doing it for your own reasons, you can endure, you can work hard, you can make sacrifices. But when you start doing it for like whatever reason, your dad, your mom, the press, it's going to end up in a dark place.
Very dark place, very fast.
It doesn't matter if you're doing tennis or dentist or whatever.
Whatever it is.
Because this applies to everyone. So you have to do it for yourself.
I think that's but it's so tough to get there.
Yeah.
It's so tough to get there. Yeah. And as I said, in tennis, from a very young age, you put yourself in a very big stages, very vulnerable spots. People giving themselves, just, no, I'm going to comment on this girl or I'm going to say this to them.
Yeah.
who asked you? Like, we are out there and people feel like they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
And when you're really young.
Which is also something that young people like should have help, you know, like on how to manage it. Because you should get to a point where like you really are able to interiorize, you know, that, okay, maybe that the person who's on Instagram saying you're a loser is a killer.
I hate it.
Like nobody successful will ever go on your Instagram or anyone to go judge, you know, like you don't judge other players. It just, but I think if you're able to like really understand this from a young age, it's going to be like super helpful that
I think
successful people don't criticize that much.
Yeah. I think in tennis you mature. I see myself that I had to be matured from a very young age to protect myself. I don't know how it was for you when you were young.
Yeah, same. Like, but the thing is, like, everyone mature at his own speed.
Yes.
And, you know, like, but it's true, you're on very public eye very young and you're being judged by your result because of the fans, of the not real fan, of the betting people, or people who doesn't really follow your sport and they believe like because you won 2 rounds and you're like 30 in the world, you have to win Roland Garros, which is like,
oh no, right away. No, if you lose 2 games, disaster. She's going down.
Yeah.
No, Olga lost to Sabalenka.
What a
Guys,
disappointment.
are you? I mean, Jesus.
Yes.
You know, like these things, people get lost on track.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like, but it's sad because at the end, you know, like, even if you try as a player not to pay attention, it's always, not always, but most of the time some piece arrive to your ears, and also you go to media, and it's true. I mean, they do their job, you know, like you understand that they are doing their job, but you know, like sometimes they're asking people, a 20 years old girl or boys, I think girls it's even more, probably more emotional and everything, but it's like, you know, at that moment at 20, that's tennis is everything you have in your life, even if it shouldn't be, and you're working on it. But you know, at 20, you have to work. You know,
and this is why you have to educate the human, not only the player. You know, like
no one gives you education to go on press when you're 15, 16. You know what I mean? Like no one.
And be around
these things and be, you know, open. Like everyone can follow all the results. Everyone can do everything. Everyone gives themselves. You know, no, I will comment on this girl, and I will say this. I will sometimes even the advices that come from a good heart don't come.
You
know, maybe it's misplaced at that moment.
Exactly, and it's so we mature in our own. I matured very young, but I also had to go through a lot of stuff. But I feel like, wanted it or not, you need to put a wall.
Yes.
Because when you don't put a wall, and when you're young, and to put a wall, you also need. You need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have no idea.
No.
Most of the time. I mean, when
you
you're
need to be lucky with good parents who are guiding you at that point.
Yes.
That's it, because it's hard for you to surround yourself well.
Yeah.
But be careful to who you listen to, because the world is full of stupid people, and the problem with the stupidity is that the only people who don't know they're stupid is them.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's true.
But it's a good rule of thumb. Like smart, successful people don't judge that much, and they will give you like good feedback, but not like judgment and criticism. So if they're judging you, you know, like, and try to figure out if they're like somewhere near you, and otherwise, just try to keep on going, because otherwise,
I agree.
Awesome.
I have a question. In United Cup, or sometimes you spend time with Novak.
Yes.
What did you learn from him? Because we can say it's successful.
Yes. He is very involved in our, like, let's say in Serbian tennis, in, I would say, Balkan. He's very open to us to speak about all the things. And when you're young and when you have no idea what's happening, you know, asking him and him giving you advice. It's very different. When you speak to him, you feel, I don't know how to say. After I finish the conversation with him, I'm like, okay, give me a racket, I'm gonna beat everyone. Because you feel like, oh my God. But he really mastered
yes, of course,
the game, especially his mentality and the way he's dealing with a lot of things. And I'm very proud that I can call him my friend. We speak, I would say, often. I went to different type of advices, and as you said, the successful people don't judge. I never felt like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, you know, is it gonna sound stupid if I say that I shit my pants before this match or these things? But in United Cup, we played together, mixed doubles. I mean, I was tight and the next level tight. How can you play? It's like, I'm like, okay, I cannot miss one ball. My goal is to play like a superhero, you know, today. So, and I mean, we won. It was like such a nice moment. I felt when the last point, I think he did the volley, and I went to this kind of like, I won, because I wanted it so much, and I felt like, I don't know, to give him like, you know, I'm not going to disappoint you. You know what I mean? You didn't disappoint me by playing with me. I'm not going to disappoint you. I'm going to play the best. So that was like a really bucket list moment for me. Okay, you know, when we were walking on the court, and I remember I saw a big screen, and I saw like Serbia, and okay, we play for Serbia, and everything is like more passionate. And I see myself walking, and I see behind me him walking with, and I'm like, oh my God, we're stepping on. So, but his best advice, I don't know. I can never tell you like one thing that he told me, but it's more of the mental toughness that he has. For me, every time I watch him, I'm like, how, man? Yeah. How? And I don't know, these Olympics that he won, I think it was the most emotional day in our whole country. I feel like everyone was crying.
I think even outside of Serbia.
For sure. It was
me,
just...
I was Spanish and I was happy, you know.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Like whoever wins, it's like great, you know.
Yeah, this guy.
Is there a young guy who just arrived, or
yes, and
the guy who won everything?
Yes. So I would just say the way he's representing himself, and the way that whenever we speak about, like, he's very true to himself. And that's what I like honor the most with him, that he's really true to himself. But whatever he does, that's what he feels. So I would say that maybe do what you feel like doing. It's what he shows us every day, and that I take it as like a best advice.
That's cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for your time and your honesty, vulnerability.
Thank you guys for having me. It was very nice talking to you.
Really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episodes. And it will mean the world to me if you can share this episode with someone you think will enjoy it. Thank you, and see you soon.